everyone, it's Lori. This is my first video on my new laptop, so I'm hoping that everything works out okay. I haven't made a video in a while. I apologize for that. I just weighed myself. It is now 10:30 at night on Sunday, January 22nd, and I am coming in at 231.4. And again, it's nighttime after a full day of work and all that kind of stuff. And I started my weight loss journey at 278.6, and I had Roux-en-Y gastric bypass surgery November 9th. So I'm inching a little bit closer to the 50-pound mark, which I am excited about. 1.5 more pounds and I will be out of the 230s and into the 220s that I have not been at that weight probably in a good, I would say 7 or 8 years. Like I remember, yeah, I'd gotten under 200 about 10 years ago and maintained that for about 3 years. And then in 2004, when my brother passed away, I just ballooned. But I'm feeling good. I had a little episode today at work where they went out for Kentucky Fried Chicken. And now I've had Kentucky Fried Chicken before because I usually get the breast and I'll pull off, you know, most of the crunchy skin, eat a little bit of it, but mostly just eat the breast meat because it's, you know, white meat, good, you know, pretty decent stuff for as far as fast food is concerned. And so they got me a box with a breast and a thigh in it with a biscuit and macaroni and cheese. Now I knew I wasn't going to eat all of that in one sitting because, again, like I said, I work a 12-hour shift, so I was just going to save some for, you know, later on in the shift as a mid-afternoon snack, whatever. And in retrospect, I realized that I hadn't eaten anything all morning because I had quite a few cups of coffee today. I had a few coworkers offering to buy me coffee, so I had more than just my usual 1 cup of coffee in the morning. And any liquid, but particularly coffee, even before surgery, usually satiated me and kept me full for quite some time. So because I had more than my usual amount of coffee this morning, I was fuller longer and didn't realize that at 1 o'clock I hadn't eaten anything. And so as I was sitting eating, thinking I was doing well and thinking I was chewing and thinking I was doing all the things that I've been so diligent about, I came to realize that I wasn't. And I ate the piece of chicken way too fast and just didn't chew it enough. I did not vomit because, again, I don't do the vomit thing. I will not allow that to happen. But again, I had that feeling like I did, if you remember back in one of my videos with the salami and provolone. I felt this tightening in my chest and just pain, just sheer pain. And I got the, not to be gross and not to be offending anyone with the cursing or anything, but you know when you get a really bad shit cramp and you get the goosebumps all over your arms and there's just nothing else you can do? That's what happened, but it was from pain. It wasn't because I had to shit. It wasn't any of that. It was just from pain. So I had to sit for a little while, and I got up. I walked around a little bit. I really honestly wanted to break one of the rules, which is to drink, you know, before the half hour is up, because when you do drink, it forces everything down and makes everything go a lot quicker, which is why they tell you not to drink while you're eating, because then you consume more calories because you're not as full as long. And you can also stretch your pouch, you know, the usual things that you can do, so that's why they discourage it. And I have heard some people do that in order to relieve themselves of the discomfort. I, however, opted not to do that. I just, you know, I sucked it up because I did it to myself. I ate way too quickly, way too fast, way too much. And I walked around a little bit, you know, I made sure I was okay. I made sure I didn't feel like I was going to get sick or anything. And I really honestly was thrown off for the rest of the day. Like I drank tea for the rest of the day at work. I wasn't hungry. I still, right now at 10:30 at night, I had a couple of crackers before, and I had, what did I eat? I had something when I came home, because obviously I was a little bit hungry because I really hadn't eaten much all day. And, but I still feel like there's something sitting right in the middle of my chest, and I'm just uncomfortable. So I'm just having some Crystal Light right now, and, hoping that tomorrow will be a better day. I'm not horribly uncomfortable right now. I just feel like it's a reminder, like, oh, yeah, I missed the ball on that one. I dropped the ball on that one. And again, thankfully, thank God, I don't believe that this is dumping syndrome, and I haven't really suffered from dumping syndrome, because from what they tell me, it's like disastrous, and you really feel like you're going to die, and you get fatigued and sweaty and all that kind of stuff, and sick either one way or another. And I have not had that happen, because, like I said, I usually am pretty diligent about the sugar content in things and how much I do consume. I need to force myself to get more on the exercise wagon. I just do a little bit of walking. And I know I need resistance training, and I know I need to up the ante on I used to be a gym rat. I used to go to the gym when I was younger, 6 days a week, 2 hours a day. I had a gym partner that was anorexic. Not that that's anything to be proud of at all, but we were polar opposites, and I couldn't stop eating, and I couldn't get her to eat. And we would both weigh ourselves every day in hopes that I would lose weight and she would gain weight. And it was a crazy relationship, but it worked because we both were workout beasts. And so for many years, we had this routine together. And I never really lost a ton of weight, but I did get much smaller, and I was so tight. Like, everything was tight. My arms, my legs, my butt, everything was tight. I'm not saying that I want to go back to that, but I want to go back to the feeling where I can remember days when I woke up and I said to myself, as long as I get to the gym today, everything else will fall into place. I want that feeling back again, like that feeling of knowing that my body is craving it, and there's nothing like it was a compulsion. Like, I had to get there. I had to do it. Because, like I said before, I've mentioned in my other videos, my skin is really feeling weird. And again, I've abused my body for the past, 20 some odd years. I started, so 28, almost 30 years. I started getting heavy when I was 10, and I'm 38, going to be 39 this year. So for 28 years, almost 3 decades, I've really abused my body, and my skin has been stretched and brought back, and stretched and brought back. And because of my gene pool, I do not have very good elasticity to my skin, which is why I had mentioned in previous videos that I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have a skin issue. I'm already not liking the way that's looking, so I know, bear with me, that in future videos you're going to hear me talk about it, because I think it's something that I really need to work through mentally. I mean, I was kind of prepped for it, but we'll wait and see when more weight comes off exactly what I'm kind of left with. I will probably do surgery in the future because I am fairly young, but in the meantime, I'm still kind of stressing myself out about, like, I went through all this to lose weight, and I want to lose weight, and I want to look good, and yet because of my flappy bat wing arms, I'm not going to be able to wear a tank top and look good in it. That bothers me. Again, something little and trivial when I really shouldn't be focusing on that. I should be focusing on the fact that my jeans look kick-ass. And I bought a pair of Michael Kors jeans at Savers for $10. And they fit so beautifully. And it's like a semi-normal size. They're in a 14. And I'm wearing a size 14 again, when I haven't worn a 14 in I can't tell you how long, because my pants have always been stretchy pants. And I strayed away from jeans. But I have one pair when I first started, and they're in a size 20, and they were tight because I was probably needing a 22. So I have a size 20 pair of jeans that I accidentally started to put on the other day, and I was like, oh my God, these are, okay, that's why. Yeah, I can't wear them. They're my up in the closet pair that I'm keeping to give myself a constant reality check. So that was a nice feeling that they were really, really big. And again, I I would like to anticipate my weight loss of about 125 to 150 pounds. So I still have almost 100 pounds to go. And again, I don't know if any of you feel this way. Maybe some of you who are a year or so post-op can maybe comment to me. I just feel like, I know I have to put in the work, and I know that I have to, keep up my diet and make sure that I exercise and use the tool that I've been given. But I just feel like so many people are telling me already, oh my gosh, you lost so much weight. You don't have that much more to lose. You don't have, and I do. I have 100 pounds to lose. So, my fear, I guess, almost is that what happens if, I mean, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna jump off a bridge if I only lose 80, but I almost feel like, is it gonna get really, really hard for me to do that? Like, am I gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've come so far already, and I've, this is not an easy road to take, and I've always given up on myself, and I don't want to give up on myself this time, and I want to make this work. I've been given this gift, and I've been given this second chance, and I don't want to let myself down. I really don't. I don't want to let anybody down, but mostly this time around myself, because it's all on me, and for the first time I can actually envision myself thin. Whereas before, I would always go on a diet and I would always lose a certain amount of weight, and I would always think, oh yeah, I'm going to look like this, and then a couple of weeks down the road, it would be, it's just a pipe dream. It's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. But this time, I feel like it is, because I've already surpassed, my magic number for losing weight used to be 32 pounds. I would sail through to get to 32 pounds, and it would be great, and people would notice, and I would feel good and look good and blah, blah, blah. And then once I hit that 32-pound mark, I don't know what happened, but all hell would break loose, and I would start gaining again, or I would just lose motivation, and that was it. I could never, I've done Weight Watchers like 5 or 6 times and hit that 32-pound mark, and it just nagged me. So obviously I'm way past that 32-pound mark already. But I am just fearful that, oh my gosh, what if the amount of weight I want to come off doesn't, and what's my body going to end up looking like? Because I don't know what a quote unquote thin body for me as an adult looks like. I've never been thin in my adult life. So it's a lot of mental stuff going on this week. A lot of mental stuff. Not horrendous, not losing sleep over it, but just a lot of, when I'm driving in the car to and from work, I think about it, like I contemplate, what am I going to look like in the summer? And a lot of good thoughts come in too, like I'm excited because maybe, my capri pants by the summertime will be a size 12 or a size 10. And my birthday is in May. So maybe for my birthday, I'll actually look sexy and feel sexy again, and go out with my girlfriends and really just enjoy myself instead of putting on a happy face and pretending like I'm enjoying myself, and inside just wanting to curl up and die because I feel like a slob. And I don't mean that as a poor me. I just know that there are people out there listening to this who know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've ever suffered with weight, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not a poor me. It's not a, wanting sympathy from anybody. It's that constant devil in your head that tells you, for whatever reason. And for me personally, I don't know for a lot of people, but for me personally, it's that voice in my head that tells me, it always told me in my life, and a lot of other things that I've done too, not just with my weight, but I feel like in anything that I've ever been unsuccessful in, I've always felt like the mantra from the devil was, you're good, but you're not good enough. Like you're good enough to lose some weight, but you're not good enough to get the goal, or you're good enough to get this job, but you're not good enough to get the higher job, or you're good to do whatever, It's that, insert your own little statement. Everybody has it. Everybody has that little want in their head. And that's probably one of the main reasons why you've come to this point in your life, and why, I know for me personally, why I have been heavy. And I'm trying to figure out and take the road to why. Why do I not feel like I deserve this? And why do I feel like I can't do this when I know that I can? I have done, me personally, again, I have done so many things in my lifetime already, and overcome so many things in my life. And the one thing that has eluded me has been my own body and my own weight. I have done stupid stuff like stop biting my nails and stop smoking. And I have had a child on my own through insemination and having him by myself. I have survived the death of a sibling. I have survived my parents' divorce. I have survived, so many other things. I put myself through school. I went back and got my college degree in my 30s after I had my son. I went out and did that for myself. And I think, my God, if I can't get control of my own body, what's my problem? Like, I can do all of these other things, and I'm sorry, my nose is running. I can, if I'm focused on something, there is no stopping me. There is no stopping me. I don't care how I have to get to it. I will get to it. And my mother will tell you, if I am determined, there is nothing stopping me, which is why I always thought in the past, every time you sign up at Weight Watchers, and every time you open another box of diet food, or another bottle of diet pills, or another pamphlet of some kind of diet or something, or anytime you shut the refrigerator door, every time I always thought that I was focused. I always thought that there was no stopping me. You are not going to get me this time. I am going to do this. And then there's that voice in my head that says, well, you're good. You can start, but you're not good enough because you'll never finish. So, I need to have my God voice push the devil voice out of my head a little bit more. I'm working on it, though. I'm working on it. Anyway, so that's my little rant for tonight. I wasn't planning on going on such a tangent, but I figured, I wanted to let you guys in on what I've been thinking about. It's not all shits and giggles. It is a good time because I'm enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying the smaller clothes and all that kind of stuff. But there is some mental stuff going on, and there's a lot of, inner turmoil going on. I wouldn't say turmoil. I mean, like I said, it's not horrible. I'm not losing sleep over it, and I'm not agonizing over things, and I'm not, I don't know, just things that I battle with back and forth in my own head, demons from the past that need to be worked over, as does anybody out there who is going through this process, which is why so many people recommend therapy. But that's it. Again, on a lighter note, I don't want to end on a bum note. On a lighter note, I don't know if you noticed, but I did keep my makeup on for you guys this time. I'm about to go wash it off, though. And I did buy some more makeup. I am addicted to CVS. I can't get enough of it. But I'm trying out some new foundations and some new primers and stuff like that. And you can't really see too well, but my face is really, you can see I'm in a little bit, but my face is really breaking out this week, and I don't know if it's because of biological reasons or if it's because of the stuff I'm using. So that's why I'm holding off on giving you guys reviews on a couple of things. I will give you a beauty review on some things in case you want to check them out or try them out or whatever. But I want to use them a little bit more and give my face and my body and my skin and stuff some time to actually give the products a fair shake, rather than just thinking, oh my God, this makes me break out, or this, because I could just be breaking out just because my body's ready to break out. Like I said, I'm 38 years old and I break out like I'm 12, but whatever. It's all good. Keeps me young. So I just wanted to say thanks so much to anybody who recently subscribed. I really appreciate your support. Thank you for continuing to watch my videos. Thank you for being remotely interested in anything that I have to say. It really does my heart good to know that there are people out there who watch and who listen. Good luck to anyone who's having surgery this week or who has had surgery. We are thinking of you and you are in my thoughts and prayers. We may not know each other, but I am sending you an internet hug. And I just hope that everyone is feeling well, doing well, and counting their blessings for everything that it is that they do have. I know I am very, very grateful. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great night. Bye.